What's cracking, yo? Welcome back to Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. All right, it's been a little over a week, and the results are in from the latest poll that I put out to you all. I said, a good old shooting forward debate. Devil face emoji. Choose one player for one season in their prime at the peak of their powers. One player, one season at the peak of their powers. Who do you want? Please vote and drop your opinions. And share your reasoning if you want to, and plenty of you did. All right. There were 318 voters for this poll. I appreciate everybody that voted and contributed. Larry Bird was the overwhelming favorite with 91%. LeBron James came in second with 5%. Kevin Durant, 2%. Grant Hill, 1%. Sir Charles, who's pretty much a hybrid, 1%. Now, I'm not going to give my opinion on who I want because I promised that I would put out my top 10 players of all time once I hit 1,000 subscribers, and it's looking like that's probably going to happen within the next week or two. So I don't want to give away how Larry Bird, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant might stack up against each other if I put them in my top 10. So I'm going to hold back on giving my opinion. But we'll talk about what you all said and highlight your opinions. All right. Let's see. Now, I haven't read any. Well, I've read a few. Like maybe a couple days into it, I might have read like 3 or 4. But the majority of these I have not read yet. So I'm interested to hear what people got to say. Now, I will say this. I thought Larry Bird would probably win, but I thought the Larry Bird LeBron James would be a little bit closer, but Larry still with the landslide. All right. And I thought Larry would win just because the Larry support here seems to be massive compared to LeBron James. All right. This one has a reply. Hold up. There we go. All right. Thomas O'Hanlon put, for those that think Larry Bird was not as good as he really was, this comment is for those who never had a chance to see him play. Respect, Thomas, respect. Little known thing about Larry, to those that never saw him play, he could affect the outcome of a game and never take a shot. That is how devastating his passing skills were. He ain't lying. Here's one thing that most people either don't know or try to ignore. Prior to Larry joining the NBA, there was no such thing as a three-point line. That came in when Bird was starting his first year off as an NBA career. That is also true. Just think about what would today's game be without the three-point line, or if the line was 1 foot farther out like it was when it was first introduced. That was also true. Food for thought. It's big facts. That's big facts. At that time, it was not about the individual stats. It was about the win. That is also true. And one thing I just want to say to that is, God, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh my God, I wanted to add on to something he said. Oh yeah, I do believe players back in the day, there were more players that played for the love of the game, more so than money and stats. And the players back then definitely didn't give a goddamn about stats. And if they did, I think some of them would have played their career longer But now today's everything stats and analytics. And how do you compare this player? Well, you got to get your numbers. You got to get your numbers. You got to get your totals. You got to get your averages. And these players back then, they just played to play, and it's still phenomenal what they were able to achieve, even in their statistics, without aiming for statistics. I always take that into consideration. Like with the Chicago, I found the Chicago Bulls 72-10 record better than the Warriors record because the Bulls were never aiming for a record. The Bulls were just playing basketball the whole time. In fact, it wasn't until later in the season they're like, "Holy crap, we have a chance to get 70 wins." They weren't versus the Warriors, who they had this target and they were purposely gunning for it, giving them extra motivation. All right, Patricia Henderson responded to Thomas's comment and said, "You play for a name on the front of the jersey, not the back." Quote by Robert Parrish. The NBA now is all about scoring with very little defense. I grew up studying Mikel footwork and post play. I played center, power forward. 3-point line was a factor. All coaches wanted that ball to get to the paint. I appreciate that response, Patricia, and I'm like you. I usually played point guard or shooting guard, but I was always down in the post, banging and putting my post moves up. I prefer putting my back to the basket and going to work as opposed to playing face front and doing all this dribbling and other stuff, which I could do, but I just preferred the post, man. And it was less exhausting. I could expend my energy better. All right, moving on to the next comment. Rob Gelfand writes, "Larry, all-around play, team leadership, involving teammates, and attitude of winning is the most important thing, is why I would choose him over anyone else, and not just a shooting forward." So, respect. I agree, man. All-around play, arguably the greatest all-around player we've ever seen, grace the basketball court. Grace the basketball court. I appreciate your contribution and comment. My boy, Aram, what up? Aram says, "I saw Bird play. I've also seen LeBron play. Bird's game was more complete. No holes. Also, his leadership qualities were far superior. Played every game like it was his last. No load management, no stat padding. He would take himself out of the game when they were up by 23 points, even if he needed one more assist for a triple-double. Played the game at a different pace." Respect. You're absolutely right about all that, Aram. No question about it. I didn't see Larry Bird play. Obviously, I was born in 87. So only from, a few games I've seen through video footage and highlights. But I think I've garnered enough information from testimony and research and optics to say that he definitely was not a stat padder. And LeBron James has been known to stat pad, while a lot of people won't like to admit it. Especially this tenure with the Lakers. He's been getting those shots up and he hasn't been shy about it. Which, if it wasn't detrimental to the team, I wouldn't have such a problem with it as long as the Lakers were winning, but they were losing a lot of those games. And it's not how LeBron has been known to play for a lot of his career, being that aggressive, shooting the basketball. And I think it was taking away from what really makes LeBron James better is, his passing contributions and, putting teammates in a better position. But whatever, that's a story for another day. JC responds to Aram, "Chess versus checkers, no doubt." Yeah, I said that in a previous video. I agree. I always thought Larry was usually playing chess with these guys, man. Facts. Appreciate the contributions and comments. Alfredo Ramos writes, "As James Worthy has said, Jordan makes you look slow. Larry the Legend Bird makes you look stupid." I have heard that quote, and yeah, despite not having the athleticism as other players, Larry had a high IQ, had an amazing craft, an amazing skill set where he could definitely make you look stupid. One of my favorite things is his over your head, bring it back, or behind you, fake pass behind you. Love it. My boy, there was a basketball player ex-basketball player called Vashawn Leonard. Good three-point shooter. I played with his brother in high school. I played recreationally with his brother in high school. We went to the same school. And in gym class, what was his name? What's his name? Rashawn? What's his brother's name? I can't believe I'm forgetting. I think it was Rashawn. I can't remember. But his brother, he used to do that Larry Bird thing all the time to people. Gets him every time. Um, Appreciate it. Appreciate the comment. And JC responds, so very true. Larry and Magic both just make people look incompetent as defenders. Big facts. Appreciate the comment. All right. Kevin Block states, Bird, and it's not close. He took the Celtics to 32 or more wins his rookie season, and he wasn't even in his prime. In his prime, he was unstoppable and could do it all on the court, which is why he got 3 straight MVPs. Absolute facts, Kevin. I have no disagreement with you there. He's no slouch, and even when he wasn't getting those MVPs, he was finishing top 2, top 3, something like that for an extended period of time. So appreciate the comment. The lovely, lovely Angie Williams. Young man, Sir Charles wasn't a small forward. He was a power forward. Angie always be setting me up. Angie be setting me up. Check me. Yes, I know Charles Barkley was predominantly a power forward, but he did spend some time playing shooting forward. Not as much as power forward, but a decent amount of time at small forward. And even to a much lesser degree, Chuck would play center sometimes. And I do understand he's a predominantly a power forward, but I felt like he had enough experience at small forward that I decided to throw him in this category. And he was undersized for practically all 3 positions, really. Definitely undersized for power forward. Definitely undersized for center. And even when I do a power forward question like this, Charles is going to be in that one as well, but I won't put him in a center. He wasn't there enough. But yeah, you're right. He was definitely predominantly power forward. And even when they would do switch offs, right? If he had to switch off on a small forward, it was never a mismatch, and it didn't require, an emergency panic button to try to get the player switch back off, because it was never a mismatch with Chuck, because he could do both shooting forward or small forward and power forward. Respect, Angie. You a real one. All right. Mark Martocchio. Martocchio. Is it either Martocchio or Martocchio? If people truly read where it says at the peak of their powers and don't choose Bird, then there's no hope for that person. It's not even close. Yo, Mark letting the guns off. He said, yo, I don't give a damn about anybody else. It's Bird, peak Bird, baby. Respect, Mark, respect. All right, Joseph Torgian. I'm sorry, I'm screwing names up. Well, I can see how that could be pronounced several ways. But Larry Legend made his entire team better. Yes, he did. He was a catalyst for team play. No doubt about that. Garrett Nelson writes, Larry Bird, 32-game swing on the Celtics with him being the only addition. Facts. I've heard some people say that. Then I've heard some people say that there were some other new additions. I haven't actually looked for it myself, but I'll take your word for it. Either way, he was the main piece that was added. So, yeah, 32-game swing. I mean, obviously, Larry's a big factor for that. So, facts. I'll take your word for it. I haven't actually looked into that fact myself, but I saw other people say something different. Michael Ray says, in my opinion, best all-around player. Assuming he's talking about Bird. I appreciate the comment there, actually, both Garrett and Michael. Esso Ramirez, Larry Bird without question. The only player I would pick over Bird is Michael Jordan. All right, I see you, Esso. Yeah, I mean, MJ, Bird, take your pick. Take your pick. I ain't going to be mad at you either way. Thank you for the comment. Nanook said Larry Bird, no question. Nanook said it ain't even a question, baby. It's Bird gang. Bird gang. Live it up, Bird call. Appreciate the comment, Nanook. Mike Sabito says if MJ or Kobe is not there, then it's Larry. No question. So he was looking at it from all positions. And looks like he's a big MJ and Kobe supporter. Respect. Love to see y'all. And he also loves Bird too. So appreciate the comment, Mike. Michael Brewer says Bird because he was playing the game like a chess master. Another comment about playing chess, not checkers. Yes, I agree. Super high basketball IQ, several steps ahead of the defenders at all times, and challenging himself. Like if Larry was playing chess, he would actually make the chess clock work against him more to make it more of a challenge. All right. Yes, Orlando 05 says Larry Bird easily. It's not even close. He just wins and did it during the most talent-rich era in the NBA history, 80s and 90s. I would largely agree with you. I think that's largely, it wasn't the era I grew up with, but I can definitely respect it as the golden age of the NBA for lots of different reasons. Respect, yes, Orlando. You have my support there. Mary, I'm going to mess this name up. Quitner. Probably Kootner. Some words aren't pronounced how they're seen. Quitner. Bird. Barkley over the rest, but Bird by a mile. All right. I like the Charles Barkley love we're getting here. Appreciate the comment, Mary. Appreciate the comment, everybody. Pyromagnet out here trolling, talking about Michael Jordan. Yelling, Jordan! He said Jordan at any position. Screw it. Appreciate the comment, Pyro. Trucker Kev, the paid tourist. Sounds like me. You have a stuttering problem when you were typing out LeBum. Oh my God. Oh my God. LeBron James. God. Listen, there's a lot of things. LeBron's not my most favorite. And he does things I don't like. Whew. But I can't call him LeBum. But I understand. Shout out to you, Trucker Kev. Alec VIP or Alec VIP. Larry Bird, because he was more well-rounded than LeBron. LeBron James is already pretty well-rounded, but Bird was great at everything. Hey, I have no problem with that comment. I'm not going to speak more on it from my opinion because I don't want to give away where I'm going to put LeBron and where I'm going to put Bird in my top rankings. So appreciate you, Alec. Carrie Hedrick, sorry, my apologies, says Larry Joe Bird. Hey, Carrie has spoken. Appreciate the comment. Bronson gets even, says Larry Bird, of course. Appreciate the comment there, Bronson. Victor Caldwell says Bird was an assassin. And are you not wrong? Dude was out there in the shadows, bro. But letting you know about it. He was in the shadows like a ninja assassin talking about, you don't see me, but I'm in the shadows. Like Batman, I am the shadows. But when I pop out these goddamn shadows, I'm going to find you right there at the three-point line. I'm going to do a left, right, shimmy, shake, fade away, and I'm going to land on your coach. That's the type of assassin he was. Victor Caldwell responds to his own comment and says he also sort of had Jordan's number. Hey, Jordan had trouble taking Larry down, man. No question about it. I'm not going to get more into that. But yeah. Larry and the Boston Celtics had Jordan and the Bulls number. You notice how I said and the Celtics and the Bulls, right? Chip Gar 63 writes, I was around when Bird played. I don't think he was more well-rounded than LeBron. LeBron is definitely one of the greatest of all time. His combination of talent and athleticism is historic. I still picked Bird because he was so ruthless. Mind games and trash talk could impact the game. And like Pat Riley said, you need a shot to save your life? I'll take Larry Bird. All right. This is good. I like to see this. Got some LeBron support in here. And said, hey, I don't think he was more well-rounded than LeBron James. I think LeBron James is more well-rounded. But even with that, I'm still taking Bird for the intangibles. The intangibles. Now, apparently there were three replies to Chip Gar, but I can only visibly see one of them. So they might have been placed in private or this is wrong. But Red Hot Mama Kennels responds to Chip Gar and says, LeBron can't shoot at all and can't play the game like it was played back then. He doesn't move well without the ball. And his defense is questionable. Bird rebounds and sees the court just as good, better actually. Explain how LeBron is better. I want to chip in on this right now so much, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to give away anything for how Larry Bird and LeBron James are going to stack up in my top 10 video that'll be coming within the next 2 weeks, hopefully, if I continue to grow. I want to chime in on both of their comments so bad, but you're going to have to wait for that video to hear my opinion on it. I love it. I love it when the opinions clash. Knuckle up, baby. Knuckle up. Yo, hey, I will also, for the 1%, who else? Wait, did I have? Okay, I thought I might have somebody. All right, so for the 1% that put Grant Hill, even though I don't think Grant Hill was the best on the list, I'm going to salute the 1% that voted Grant Hill, whoever that is, because I know why you did it. And Grant Hill's career got derailed so early because of injuries. And I truly believe that Grant Hill had a very good opportunity to be a top 10 player of all time. And if not top 10, no doubt he would have been a top 15 player of all time. Grant Hill was balls to the wall, phenomenal, man. He was like a triple-double threat every game and could shoot, could defend. Like, Grant Hill seemed like a damn near perfect player to me. And I don't even think we actually got a chance to really see Grant Hill in his prime because his career got derailed so early. I think he still had a lot more good years to give before the injury started really taking a toll on him. So I understand why you put Grant, and even the greatest we've seen from Grant Hill before his injuries, I still think he could have been even better. But salute, I know you're coming from. Grant was a goddamn problem. Unfortunately, you know, players' careers are derailed because of stuff like that. So, unfortunate. But hey, sometimes just the hand you were dealt, right? Appreciate everybody. Thank you for commenting and contributing to the poll, to the comment section. This has been a lot of fun for me, and it's all in part on you guys, being able to interact with you guys and, you know, hear your opinions and sharing and battling and debating. It's I enjoy it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right. Be on the lookout for the next poll coming sometime this week. If not this week, next week. I have a pretty busy work schedule this week, so we'll see. But in the meantime, you know, go check out other playlists and videos. Do what you gotta do. You feel me? Appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Catch you on the next one. Yeah, baby.